How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you have had a good day. Giving you kind of a little bit of a heads up here. I think we're going to be okay, but we've had some crazy weather here today, including 70-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, like actual 70-mile-an-hour winds. And they keep saying a big storm is going to come through, but so far it hasn't hit. And even if it does, I think we would probably be okay because I haven't had any power blips up to this point, but you never know. So just kind of giving you a little bit of heads up there, just in case if we were to suddenly go bust, you would know what was going on. But I think we'll be okay, actually. A little bit of pre-break info to go over before we start ripping into our packs and our boxes. So feedback, 100% automated on eBay. That is just simply so you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. And of course, the more important message there is a big thank you. I do appreciate everyone being here tonight, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, all that kind of stuff. We're looking now at breaks that are coming up over the next few days. So tomorrow night, it'll be a Leaf Autograph Multisport jersey. Those are always going to be listed in the football category. At least I always list mine in the football category. And they'll be listed by first letter of last name. So Aaron Rodgers would be an R, for instance. Bryce Harper, an H, etc. National Treasures football releases tomorrow. That's a biggie. We'll break a case of it tomorrow night and a third case of Leaf Valiant baseball. On Saturday, a third case of Encased football, as well as a case of Select basketball. Selection Sunday is an off night, no breaks there. Monday, we'll do a fourth case of Leaf Valiant baseball, a second case of National Treasures football. On Tuesday, we'll do a half case of Topps Heritage baseball. That is the back half of a case that we started a few days ago. Now, the 411 for tonight is this. We have a couple of free shipping breaks and one paid. So we're going to talk about the free shipping breaks first. Those are the Leaf Autograph football jersey and the Onyx Preferred Players Autograph baseballs. So free shipping stuff always projects to go out approximately 7 days after an auction ends. So that means it will ship to you no later than Thursday, the 21st of March. More than likely, it's going to go out much sooner than that, but that just simply means it should be no later than that time frame. Also about our free shipping breaks, if you're in one of those two and your team is not pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year in any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. Since those are free shipping breaks, I typically don't send out those consolation cards until the next time you have a package shipping. Then I would just look back through those prior 90 days and send you out any that you might happen to be due. If, however, you don't want to wait and you'd like to have it sent right away, you just drop me a line and let me know. I will take care of it. Our paid shipping break tonight, that's Don Russ Baseball, projecting to be on the way to you roughly Monday. And basically that means this. I might be able to get it out sooner. If I can, I will. If something were to go wrong, it could possibly slide a day later, but my best estimate is Monday. You don't need to worry about consolation cards in Don Russ Baseball because everybody's going to pull cards. There's tons of cards in that break. So first up tonight, our 2018 Leaf Autograph football jersey. This is break number 29. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Thursday night, the 14th of March. Team names are on the left-hand side. The winning bidder user ID is across from each team. And, of course, a new spreadsheet's going to go up before the start of every break. So if you're not here for the football jersey break and you're here for one of the other breaks, you're going to see your name up there shortly. So don't wander too far off is the moral of the story. Last but not least, yes, I know the background just went crazy on you there, but that's on purpose. I set the focus manually, so that's all that was. Now, who do we have in chat tonight? Greg is here. James is here, says he needs to see some fire tonight. I agree, James. I'm always looking for the fire. Ezekiel and Echo. Hey, Echo. You said it better be a Jets jersey? Well, let's do our best. Let's try and make it a Jets jersey for Echo. And who else is here? CIA Chef is here looking for the Red Sox. Well, not in this, obviously. In one of the other breaks, you're looking for the Red Sox. But we know what you're talking about. Ace Ventura's looking for the Raiders in here. Well, I hate to disappoint Echo and Ace, but it is Calvin Ridley for the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, indeed. It is Beckett authenticated. Right there is your paper COA. There is the Calvin Ridley signature. It's up kind of high on the number. It's in a weird spot. And then your Beckett authentication sticker to match, of course, your paper COA. And there's one more look at the signature for a Calvin Ridley jersey and the Atlanta Falcons. Bronx Joe, that was the Leaf autograph football jersey break that we just did. And, of course, once again, guys, the football jersey, then the Onyx Preferred, and then the Donruss. That's the order that we're going in tonight. So for those of you who might have jumped in after we just finished talking about this a few seconds ago, please take a moment, review the information that you see there on the screen. Hit me up with any questions. That's what you need to know about shipping, etc. So next up, a 3-box case of 2019 Onyx Preferred Players autograph baseballs. And this is inner case break number 8. Also, of course, ended tonight on eBay. Same format that you saw a moment ago. The only difference is there are a few teams not on the checklist for that product. So that's the Cubs, the Tigers, the Marlins, and the Pirates. So they were not, of course, listed for sale because you got it. They're not on the checklist. We got no chance to pull anything for those. So that's why those were not available for bidding. Everybody else, you saw your name across from your team there. Hi, Jay Allen. You have Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Philadelphia in Donruss. All right. And you need some hits. you gotta wander off. You can't hang out with us, but you got your mojo request in. Well, I like it. I think that's a good way to go about it. Echo, you got outbid for the Mets. Oh no, man. Well, listen, we all learned what happened with that. So here's a fun fact, kids. Onyx had a ball in here last break that said it was signed by Peter Alonso. And then apparently in a place that I didn't see until somebody pointed it out to me much after the fact, somewhere else on the little card, like in above the fold in a completely random spot, it listed another player's name. But it said, written out, signed by Peter Alonso. And then as it turns out, the other player, Jesus Luzardo, whose name was just randomly written above the fold where there was nothing else, was actually the player that matched up with that ball. So, yeah, fun fact. So, Echo had the Mets in that break, and so we thought we had a Peter Alonso ball for him, and in fact, it turned out to be Onyx making what I could only call an epic mistake, because that turned into a big hot mess. But we got it sorted out because Echo is a good guy, and he helped me get it sorted out. Now, wouldn't it be nice if that was Casey Mize? I mean, it kind of would be, right? I don't know who it is. I like to look at them and try to guess, and then we obviously check it out. JSA authenticated, Onyx authenticated. Here comes all of our paperwork. That will match your Onyx sticker. This will match your JSA sticker. That's bent, and that's going to be the case with virtually every JSA because, the box isn't big enough for it not to be bent. And our COA is Corey Ray, and I'm checking this time. So Corey Ray down below and Corey Ray up above. And that is the Milwaukee Brewers. But I got to tell you, we have opened a lot of these over the years. I mean, not just even this year we've opened a fair amount, but I have never seen what happened with 2 different players written on the same COA as we had out of that last deal. And nobody even caught it live. I mean, really an unusual circumstance. Hopefully that's the only dumb thing Onyx did. Hopefully we don't have that problem anymore. Well, that would appear to be Joe Adell to me, which, if so, is a very nice hit for the Los Angeles Angels. It's Onyx authenticated and JSA authenticated. And let's once again go through our little paperwork trail here. So the Onyx certificate, the JSA certificate, like all bent up, but still serves its purpose. And the answer is Jo Adell. Indeed it is. So that is a nice one for the Angels. So we've got Corey Ray for the Brewers, Jo Adell for the Angels out so far. And, oh, Ezekiel, you need the Tampa Bay Rays in here? Okay, well, we've got one left to try to conjure you up a Ray. Jay Allen, you are out of here. All right, my friend. Well, we'll try to carry your mojo over for you in the Donruss break and see what we can make happen. Yeah, I don't know. Robert Stevenson, maybe? I don't know for sure who that is either. I'm terrible at figuring out who they are, but it is fun to guess. Onyx Authenticated seems to be our only authentication that I see. And there's your Onyx that goes with the sticker. Hey, I did get that one right. So it is Robert Stevenson. Woohoo! How about that? And Robert Stevenson is, of course, on the checklist for the Cincinnati Reds. So to recap, Robert Stevenson, Cincinnati Reds. And I'm going to mark the top of these boxes as we go along so that they're all noted for shipping purposes. Mr. Jo Adell for the Angels. That should turn out, I would think, to be a pretty nice hit if that kid turns out to be what we expect him to be when he works his way up. And then Corey Ray for the Milwaukee Brewers. I've got some Corey Ray autographs of my own that I pulled out of some stuff that I opened myself. It was actually some retail Bowman from, I don't know, a year or two ago. And Corey Ray pulled an autograph or two of his out of there. I meant to get those graded. All right, so Brewers, Angels, Reds, our 3 baseballs. Now, this is going to bring us to Donruss, and of course I'm going to put the spreadsheet up again in a second, but let me get the case up on the table here since I'm already up. All right. This is going to be the start of a new case. Shipping info there one more time if someone came in after the fact and didn't catch it earlier. I'm not going to read through it all again, but I would encourage you to read through it yourself and let me know if you have questions about it. An 8-box half case of 2019 Donruss baseball. As I mentioned, it will be the start of a new case, and of course it also ended tonight, Thursday night, the 14th of March. Same format, teams on one side, bidders across from on the opposite side. Now this is a little different because it is the start of a new case. So what happens here is I'm going to take all the boxes out, number them on the end, and then we'll be using random.org to determine which boxes we open tonight, which we open in the next break. I know it makes the camera shake a little bit when I'm getting all this out. I apologize for that. It's just a lot of vibration on the table because this is a big, heavy case of cards. But this way everything is completely randomized in terms of which boxes we open on any given night, which I think is generally speaking the best way to do it. Okay. Let me get them all labeled up here on the ends, and then I'll take you along with me. We'll roll over to random and then use that to help us get it sorted. So Zion is back tonight for Duke. Game hadn't started yet the last I looked when I turned the television off. So I'll be anxious to see how he comes back, how he looks tonight. First time in action since his shoe blew out and he had that nasty little sprain as a result. Okay, so there's 1 through 16 typed in there. This is going to be real simple. I will hit random one time. The first 8 numbers, we will open those corresponding 8 boxes. So 10, 15, 16, 3, 11, 1, 14, and 7. Okay, so that's 1, 3, 7, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16. Boy, I'm probably not going to remember that. 1, 3, 7, 10, 11. I can start with that. 1, 3, 7, 10, and 11. All right, 1 and 3, 7, 10, and 11. Okay. And let me check that again real quickly here. I don't have to take you back there, but I got to look back there again. 14, 15, and 16. All right, so does that give us 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, great. Let me get the other 8 back in the case, and then we'll be ready to roll here. Chris says, who gets the San Diego chicken? Listen, if we pull the San Diego chicken, he's going to go to the San Diego Padres. So I don't know if we're going to pull the San Diego chicken, but if we do, that's where he's going to go, to the Padres. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to have 3 autographs or memorabilia cards in here. So you know what that means. It can be 3 relics, it could be 3 autographs, it could be any combination therein. We will also find tremendous numbers of numbered cards and parallels and other interesting things. As we see them through this first box, we might stop and spend a second on them just so you kind of know what you're going to be looking for. But then beyond that, when we do our other boxes, most of that stuff, unless it's lower numbered, you know, we're just going to kind of buzz on through it. I may sleeve some of it. Obviously, I'm going to sleeve our hits, our autographs, and our relics. Some of the numbered cards I may sleeve if they're very low numbered, but most of that kind of stuff will be done after the break, just in the essence of keeping things moving for tonight. CIA Chef, you are looking for a Red Sox autograph. Well, we'll try to find you a Red Sox, and we'll try to find Chris his San Diego chicken for the Padres. Mr. Wood, I assume you are speaking about the football jersey. If that is the case, it was the Falcons. All right, so we're going to take, I don't know, we'll take about half of these out, then stop and look, and then we'll take the other half out and kind of roll like that, because it does take a while to get everything out of the packs, and, you know, that's the boring part too, also getting it out of the packs. So I have to stop periodically and look at them because, yeah, I don't like delayed gratification any more than you do. All right, so this is a Shohei Ohtani. And it is, there are career stats and season stats. This particular one says career stats on it, and it's numbered to 500, and it's a hollow foil. So all of those career and season stats, you're going to see them. Some will be hollow foil. I think the majority of them are, maybe. But if they're not fairly low numbered in general, we're going to kind of keep on trucking, is the moral of the story. Just due to the vast number of things that are in here. So there's another season stats. That one wasn't, now that one is a little lower numbered. It is actually to 28. So that one is a little bit lower numbered. And some of these stats cards, they have what I'm going to call the coating, that hollow foil coating down there on the bottom edge of the card has a tendency to kind of come up a little bit. So be aware of that as these go through. We are running across that from time to time. American Pride, this particular one is numbered to 249. That is Collegiate Team USA Baseball. All of those are going to sit right up there. That's what I call my housekeeping area. And they're going to sit right up there because at the end of the break, we'll award that entire group of Team USA cards to one single bidder. Or team, I should say. It might not, single bidder too. But at any rate, we'll use random to give them all to a team. That is numbered to 25. It is our Mother's Day parallel for the Miami Marlins and JT Realmuto. So Mother's Day is in here to 25. Father's Day is in here to 49. There's a salute to Jackie Robinson that are in here to 42. There are 150th anniversary parallels that will be numbered to, you got it, 150. So, and all kinds of other parallels. I mean, there's nickname parallels and all kinds of stuff, but all the cards ship. So if you see it go through, you're going to get it. Because somebody's going to ask me that. If they haven't yet, they're going to. Oh, Mr. Wood, you said you think you had the Falcons tonight. Well, if you did, congratulations, and that'll be headed your way. I don't remember, honestly, who had the Falcons. You guys know I'm the worst about retaining who has what team, usually because we have 90 or so different spots a night. Maybe most nights we probably do 3 breaks, occasionally less, but often about that amount. My poor little brain just can't keep up with it. Blake Snell and the Tampa Bay Rays. That one is a season stats. It was numbered, or is numbered, to 221. And this, I believe, is going to be an autograph for the Tampa Bay Rays. And somebody asked for the Rays a minute ago. I think they did. And it's Anthony Banda. Sticker auto on that one. But our first hit for the night, an autograph for the Tampa Bay Rays. So we got somebody off to a good start then, didn't we? Trying to, anyway. Another American Pride collegiate card. These are nice little inserts. I like these, the nickname inserts. They're numbered as well. That one was to 349. They're numbered to a variety of things, but the lowest one I've seen so far out of what we've broken is to 99. I'm sure there are plenty that are lower, but we just haven't seen them yet. And a relic hit that is for the Miami Marlins with Ozuna. So we found 2 of our 3 hits in this box. And now we found 3 of 3. The Atlanta Braves have Austin Riley with a nice big relic on a rated rookie insert, no less. This, numbered to 99, is a hollow foil back. So, I know, weird, right? The front of the card looks like normal, and the back is our hollow foil, which is the opposite of what we would traditionally see. But any of those that are hollow foil backs are numbered to 99. I've not seen any hollow backs that are numbered any differently than to 99. And once again, if anybody missed me saying this at the start of the break, I don't think we're going to have a problem tonight, but be aware, We have had crazy wind here all day. Actually have had 70-mile-an-hour winds today here. And they keep saying we've got some big storm coming, but I think it may have bypassed my specific location because it's yet to materialize here. So I don't really feel like we're going to lose power or that anything unusual will happen. But on the off chance that something does suddenly blow through and the break went down, you would know what happened. And of course, obviously, I would get us back online as quickly as possible anytime something like that were to happen, which fortunately is rare. That Dominator's insert was numbered to 349. Like most other things, Dominators can be numbered across a variety of ways there, so some higher, some lower. Yelich for the Milwaukee Brewers relic. We will most likely find a whammy card in here. And this is a Diamond Kings hollow foil. And it is for the Indians. Jose Ramirez to 99. Well, it's a Diamond Kings hollow foil back. I will be more specific because there are Diamond Kings in here that are hollow foil front. That just happened to be the hollow foil back. Now these have two different teams on them, as you can see. So on the back you have the A's, on the front there you have the Dodgers. So these kinds of cards all sit right up here in the housekeeping area as well. Anytime we find a card that has multiple teams on the same card, we use random.org to distribute those. Unless somebody owns 51% or more, which on a two-team card, no one can own 51% or more. We have to have multiple teams on it for that. So all those will set up there as well. We'll divvy them up at the end of the break to either the teams on the front or the teams on the back of each of those cards. So we're not far out from opening day at this point. I guess, are the games in the first games, technically the first games of the season are the ones in Japan. And those might be next week. Are we that close? We might be that close. It might be next week that those couple of games will play over in Japan a little bit before we will actually have official opening day here in the good old US of A. But nonetheless, it is right around the corner. Another American Pride Team USA kid. A Career Stats hollow foil. So I think we were talking about the whammy card a minute ago and I didn't get back to it. But they don't really guarantee it as a case hit. I mean, the approach, this will be a hollow foil back to 99 for the Rockies, that they take at Panini is just that they are extremely hard to find or extremely hard to pull or however they say it, to 249. But the reality of it is most of the time we pull one whammy card per case. It's definitely not guaranteed to be one per case, but that's kind of what we find. Toronto Blue Jays with a little Vlad Guerrero Jr. relic. Of course, he's going to be delayed coming up because of that strained oblique that happened. He's going to be that resolves the service time issues for him, doesn't it? See, Astros to 219. That's going to take him at least 3 weeks. We've got ourselves a little one of one approaching here, a printing plate. And it is Whit Merrifield for Kansas City Royals. Now, I'm going to point out a few things on here, just in case someone isn't aware of how these printing plates work. They are actually used in the printing process, so it's got a big, big black line down it. It's got some letters and numbers and dates and things up here stamped on it. That's because this is a working card, for lack of a better way to say it, and it really is used in the printing process. So those quite frequently have that sort of thing. They also can have dents and dings. I've seen them bent. They get scratched. They get all kinds of stuff happening with them. But that's part of the charm of the printing plate. CIA Chef, you said you would like to see a Mookie Betts whammy. Well, I would be all right with that. For sure. I don't even remember who the whammy was we pulled out of the last case. I really can't think who it was. But I like the whammy cards. I mean, I think they're fun. A cool little design. I look forward to them every year. It's part of the fun of Donruss, right? So on the front, it is the Astros. On the back, it is the Twins. So multi-team goes to the housekeeping holding pen. Luke Voit, that is the Yankees to $3.99 with a stats card. Robert and the White Sox relic. So I'm kind of getting excited for March Madness. Like, I know we're talking baseball, breaking baseball right now, and I'll be glad when opening day gets here, make no mistake. But I really like March Madness so much. So I was watching conference tournaments earlier tonight, flipping back and forth between a few, just thinking, oh, I can't wait for next week. Trevor Story and the Colorado Rockies. Yeah, I am. It's a pretty great time of year. I mean, we're closing in on the finals for the NBA. We're almost to opening day for the new season of baseball, and we're wrapping up college basketball with March Madness. So, and we're a month from the draft for football. So, all in all, we're in a pretty good little stretch here for the next 3 or 4 weeks of sports-related stuff. It's a good time to be a sports junkie. The San Diego chicken, like, I cannot believe you asked about that, and then we pulled the San Diego chicken. I mean, that is just... You know what, Chris? If you had not asked about that, we would have never pulled that. It is numbered to 13, the San Diego chicken is, and this appears to be an original card, an original 1983 card of the San Diego chicken, of all things. Going to the Padres. Oh my goodness, Chris. If you hadn't asked about that, I swear to you, we never would have hit it. You literally conjured that up, man. So if you have the Padres, you conjured that up for yourself. This is an example of one of our 150th anniversary cards. As you might have noticed there on the back, it is numbered to 150. Greg, you're watching the ACC tournament? Yeah, I watched part of North Carolina, Louisville, but I was flipping back and forth between that and the SEC tournament where Ole Miss and Alabama were playing, which was not a very interesting first half, but turned out to be a pretty good game in the second half. The SEC game, I mean. That's to 149. Again, all those American prides are hanging out up there together. Will be given out by way of random later. Okay, onward and upward. See what else we can find here. Another Dominator. That one is numbered to 999. It was Blake Snell for the Rays. Loads of those little blank dummy cards meant to throw off the people who feel up the packs in hobby shops to try to figure out which ones have the hits. All right, so we are 2 boxes in, right? Or are we 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 2 boxes in. It's like, I probably could have just looked over and looked at the boxes on the floor. It would have been easier, right? Yeah, I know. I hear you. But Greg, if you are still watching the ACC tournament, feel free to keep us posted on how the Duke-Syracuse game looks right now in terms of the score. And how Zion looks. And if he's going to have minutes restrictions. I'd be interested to know that too. My guess is yes, that he would have some minutes restrictions. But, you never know. So I expect we're headed to another Duke-North Carolina showdown in the ACC tournament. And that will be must-see TV if that happens. There's another one of our stats cards. That one to 269, I think it said. Either said 259 or 269. I think 69. My eyes are not great. Sometimes I miss some of the finer details of that when they're on the hollow foil. Brandon Belt to 150. That's the Giants. That is a salute to Jackie Robinson. And of course, as such, numbered to 42. Tampa Bay Rays again. So whoever asked for the Rays, you've had some good parallels and hits and things coming your way tonight so far. Hold on now, Edwin Diaz. What are you trying to do? Sticking to our blank card there. Trying to make everybody's life difficult. Edwin Diaz card was. Unless Topps moves the date, which I'll probably find out, I guess tomorrow will be. Is tomorrow Friday? I think we'll get, there is a calendar release. It'll come out tomorrow. So unless Topps moves it, Inception Baseball, I think, is going to come out next week. Which is always so much fun to open. I love opening Inception. And they've generally got some of our good young rookies, or good young players mixed in with our rookies. That's what I'm trying to say. Chris Davis for the Oakland A's. Oh, that one was numbered to 99. I almost missed the numbering. Oh, Tony, yeah, I'm sure we've definitely pulled some autographs. We're in our, whatever I said there a second ago, 3rd box, I guess. So, yeah, we've definitely pulled some autographs. Kansas City Royals, Yuki Relic. Greg says the score is currently 29-15 Duke. Well, there you go then. So I guess Syracuse ain't even going to put up a fight. Is that the deal? So we have Yankees on the front and the Twins on the back. So it too has to reside up there in the to be determined area. We'll deal with it at the end of the break. A career, a career stats card. That one for the Colorado Rockies with Hampson, Garrett Hampson. Yeah, so Inception Baseball and I think Cornerstones Basketball are maybe what we'll have coming Wednesday of this upcoming week, assuming that neither Panini or Topps changes their release calendar, which we all know they actually do that very frequently. But I hope they don't mess around with Inception like they did last year. I mean, gosh, what was it? Like June, I think, before we, or maybe even July. It was way up in the year before they finally got Inception released last year. They kept changing the date on it, pushing it back, and it was a mess. And this little highlights card here for Juan Soto is numbered to 999. We'll find probably a few of those highlights cards as we go along. Jose Altuve with a career stats to 272. American Pride USA, Team USA up there again. And Rowdy Tellez, we pulled him out of the last case too. He was to 10 out of that last case. Let's see what he is tonight. If anything, might not be numbered. He is not numbered. But little Rowdy Tellez out for Toronto Blue Jays. But, you know, I was saying the other night, we haven't pulled him in a while. Like, he used to come out of Bowman and things like that for Topps several years ago with some frequency. And then he just kind of, you know, we hadn't seen him in a while. Now he's appearing again here anyway. Gleyber Torres, New York Yankees relic. Trevor Richards for the Marlins. That is a Mother's Day parallel to 25 for Miami. Team USA again. And there you go. That is box 3. Here comes box 4 coming out of the plastic right now. So I guess out of our free agent class, who is still sitting unsigned? Craig Kimbrell's still unsigned, right? And Dallas Keuchel, I think. And who else of any note? You got anybody else still hanging around out there? Those guys hopefully are going to find a team here in the next week or so. Oh, and I guess they're doing away, they made some changes today, some roster announcements, right? So now everybody's team limit, of course, is going to be 26 and then only go to 28. And everybody's going to be limited to 28 in September. So you're not going to have all these teams that have lots of money and good farm systems, you know, with 40-man rosters, and then little small market poor teams with mediocre farm systems still sitting there with a 26-man or 28-man roster. Yeah, everybody's going to be the same, apparently. And there was some other change. I just had a chance to glance at the headline of it. And I don't remember what the second change was, but something else they agreed to today, apparently. What was the second thing they agreed to, CIA chef? There was it Is there going to be just one trade deadline now instead of two? Was that the other thing? I'm not 100% sure if it was or not. I do most of my reading about that kind of stuff at night after the break. I don't usually have time to do it ahead of time other than to hit the headlines here and there as they pop up. That was a relic for the Baltimore Orioles. And it is Javi Baez for our whammy card. Chicago Cubs. The Cubbies with whammy. Oh, yeah. CIA, Chef, you're talking about the changes to football. I'm talking about the changes to baseball. But I hear you. I get you. You're kind of, I think you're kidding with me a little bit there. Mondesi with Kansas City Royals. But yeah, they are, good grief, always changing the rules in football, aren't they? Well, not really changing them, tweaking them is probably the right way to say it in football. Victor Robles for the Washington Nationals. But I do think having a roster limit will help in the regard that you might not have these games where they practically bring out a new pitcher for every batter, you know, because they're not going to be able to carry that many pitchers. Javi Baez on a nickname insert to $9.99. So we're not going to do that kind of crazy stuff where you might see 13 guys go to the mound in one game. They'll have to cut some of that out, I think. You have Tampa Bay Rays on the back, Nats on the front. So once again, 2 team cards all sitting up there, and will be divvied at the end of the break. A Father's Day to 49 with Eddie Rosario. Minnesota Twins. Yeah, but I was saying, what's the other change they announced today besides the roster change? Do you remember, CIA Chef, what the other change was or is? An Ozzie Albies career stats to 228. I want to say it had something to do with the, I think maybe they eliminated, there's just the one trade deadline now, perhaps, but I'll have to read it later. I saw the headline fly by, and that was about it. Shohei Ohtani to 150 for the Angels. This is the first of this insert we've seen in this particular break. It is Elite Series. It's Javi Baez for the Cubbies as well, and it is numbered to 349, that particular one. Oh, thank you, Greg. Yes, so one trade deadline and is going to be July 31st. So that was the other change. All right, cool. CIA Chef, I feel you. He says, he's crap. I know what you mean, but I'm old. I feel you. I do well. I have to try to think about it to remember it. But also, I don't really have time a lot during the... Until after the break. I very seldom have time to sit down and read much of that stuff in depth, but it is handy that the little alerts from ESPN and Bleacher Report and various things will pop up and go across, and if I happen to have my phone or my tablet in front of me, I might catch at least the basics of something that way, and then dive into it later. Greg says a $1 million bonus for the home run derby winner. Is that for real? Are you just pulling my leg? Or is that for real, Mike? Really? Oh, and Greg says that starting next year, pitchers must face 3 batters or finish the inning. Well, I like that too. For reasons that I said a minute ago. That's just... I can't stand that business of like every batter, here comes a new pitcher. That just bugs me. So we have a redemption, and here's what happens with redemptions. They stay up here in our little housekeeping area as well, and they just sit right there face down at the very end of the break. We'll flip over any and all redemptions that we have and look at them one right after the other. And at that point, we'll roll over to the Panini website and verify the team and find out what, if anything, it's numbered to. So, cruel and unusual punishment to make you wait. I know. That was a Dominators to $9.99. But look at it like this. It's something to hope for, right? All the way up until the end of the break. Freddie Freeman, that is numbered to 42. It's our salute to Jackie Robinson insert for the Atlanta Braves. This is numbered to what? 400 and something for the White Sox. That's a career stats card. Francisco Lindor and the Indians on the front, Fernando Tatis Jr. and the Padres on the back. Victor Robles, that is our season stats on that one, not career stats. Those can be either or. So we are officially at the halfway point. 4 opened, 4 to go. Couldn't remember if I'd cut the plastic on that or not. The answer was no, I had not. I guess our next Panini baseball release will be Diamond Kings. I think that's right. Donruss comes first, then Diamond Kings, then maybe Optic. I don't know. There's not that many Panini baseball releases. Well, there's, yeah, I guess there kind of are, because Diamond Kings, Donruss, Optic, Chronicles, National Treasures, and Immaculate. Might be it. I probably left one out, though. Oh, yeah, Flawless. There's that, too. Garrett Cole and the Pittsburgh Pirates with a relic. Well, we found 2 right away, didn't we? Clint Frazier and the Yankees. Second hit out of this box. Also a relic. Another nickname. That's Javi Baez again. We saw him on a nickname earlier, I believe. Scherzer on the front and Brent Honeywell on the back. A signature series coming here. A little autograph making an appearance for the St. Louis Cardinals. Patrick Wisdom. And look at that. It's numbered to 5. Number 1 of 5. So St. Louis, not too shabby with your, let's put it so it's facing the way I like once it's in the sleeve. I know, it doesn't make any difference. I could have put it in either way, but one way always feels like it's upside down to me. I don't know how to explain it. That one is a season stats for Chris Sale and the Red Sox. A Dominators, Blake Snell and the Tampa Bay Rays. Sign of the Dimes 10. Is that you tonight? Do you have the St. Louis Cardinals tonight? Is that headed to you, maybe, hopefully? Jeff McNeil, that's to 150, and it is for the Mets. I'll get it out in a minute. All right, let's stop and look at what we have again. American Pride goes up top. An Aaron Judge to 215 career stats, hollow foil. Of course, you guys can see those are the hollow foils, so I don't say it every time, but I think everybody's on the same page there. Another career stats. That one was Nelson Cruz for the Mariners. A little Seattle Mariner action. We still got to try to find that Boston Red Sox autographs that you asked for, CIA Chef. We still got to try to work the mojo there. Jay Allen gave us a list, and I think we got quite a few mojo requests we need to still conjure up here before we get finished tonight. Looks like I see the edge of what's probably going to be a Father's Day insert in there. See, CIA Chef, every once in a while I remember them as to who goes to what team. Not all the time, not every time, but I try. Sometimes I remember more than others. Max Scherzer highlights to 349. See, maybe that Red Bull really does help, right? I mean, they give you that whole big speech about how, oh, it's supposed to have this, that, and the other, help your brain power. That's to 97. I don't think it helps my brain power. I just think it helps, keep me awake. But hey, maybe it really does. Maybe all the Red Bull that I drink throughout the day really does have something in it to help my brain power. I don't think so, though. I think I just got lucky tonight and remembered one. There's Francisco Mejia to 49, Father's Day. And we have do you pronounce it Crumdon or Crumden? Crumden 04. And probably neither one of those are right. He's probably sitting there going, hey, no, dummy. You don't pronounce it either way. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm really bad at guessing how to pronounce things. But regardless, you said you would like to hit the random for the little pile of our Team USA cards tonight. All right, so we'll have to work on some mojo for that too. Mookie Betts and the Boston Red Sox. Not autographed, not your whammy card, but at least we got you on the board, CIA Chef, with a relic to get things rolling for the Red Sox. You need a Vlad Guerrero Jr. autograph. Yeah, you know, we did hit that out of the last break. Now, that was a different case, of course. But yeah, he's definitely in here. We hit him. It was out of one break. We hit him. And we hit, he wasn't numbered, I don't think. And then we hit the Rowdy Tellez for the Blue Jays. And it was numbered to 10. And I want to say we had something else for the Blue Jays. So they had a lot of hits. And my point in telling you that is just that, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here for Donruss. Or a lot of Blue Jays hits in here with Donruss this year. So he's for sure in here. Ah, it's a nickname. Okay. Well, you said I said it right the second time. Well, I don't remember which way I said it the second time. Who knows? Probably Crumdon. Crumdon. I don't know. Now I can't say it either way. Oh, man. Well, you know I try, right? You at least know I try. That's going to be a hollow foil back for Toronto, no less. Jonathan Davis for the Blue Jays. There's another American Pride Team USA headed up to the corner. Kind of thought about whether or not creating a bidding spot for that, but I don't know. Seems easier just to random them. Juan Soto and the Nats. And it gives you something, a little shot at a little something extra too. But I do know there are some people who do have bidding spots for those, and sometimes I do in different Panini breaks. It's just not in this one. 150th anniversary for the Oakland A's. Chris Davis to 150. My man Joey Votto, Cincinnati Reds. Woohoo! That's to 99. And I hate when they give us gray for the Reds, which most of the relics are. They're gray. It's like, come on, man. It's the Reds. Can I not have some red and white or something? A lot of times it's just gray. A Mother's Day to 25, Kyle Tucker. That's nice. Rated rookie for the Houston Astros. Well, potentially that's nice. We'll see. See how it shakes out with Mr. Tucker, but I believe that that's probably going to be pretty good for Houston. You said you got lucky with the Rays 2 days ago. You hit a Wander Franco auto, a Franco patch, a McKay autograph, a McKay patch, a Banda auto, Snell, Adames, and Sanchez patch, and a half case. Oh, man. That is quite a haul for the Rays out of one half case. And by the by, not for nothing, Brendan McKay is going to be really good. I mean, I think everybody expects him to be good. Obviously, he was drafted high. He's highly ranked in their farm system, but he played just up the road in college. And I really do like that kid. I think he's going to be really good. Yeah, that is insane for one half case. I mean, that's a tremendous number of hits for the Rays out of 8 boxes. And, you know, here's the thing. You were thrilled because you had the Rays. But everybody else, I guarantee you, everybody else in that break was just like, oh my gosh, this is the worst case ever because Panini didn't, you know, mix it up very well. Matt Olson, Oakland A's. And that happens all the time. Honestly, I do wish that everybody, Panini and Topps both, would do a little bit better job collating and not have quite so much repetition. as we often have, but it is awfully fun if you're the person getting all the repeating stuff. Kyle Wright for the Atlanta Braves, numbered to 10. So we got a sweet little hit to 5 a while ago. Now we have a sweet little autograph hit to 10. I'll take it. Well, I won't. The Atlanta Braves will. But you got the idea. You knew what I meant. Jose Ramirez, that's a Diamond Kings hollow back, numbered to 99. Well, true. You make a good point that Brendan McKay is being overshadowed by Wander Franco. That's to be expected at this point in the game. Jose Altuve, Houston Astros. But it won't always be that way. Wander Franco is like the shiny new toy. But Brendan McKay is like Woody in Toy Story. He's the one you're always going to go back to because he's the reliable one. He may not be the shiniest, newest toy, but he's the best toy. Wow, and you picked up the spot for $30-something. That's even better. Wow. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is so good. But days like that are what make up for the days when you don't hit anything good, you know? Or that was career stats for the Rockies. Or you hit one good thing, but you spent a ton of money and the one good thing doesn't cover the spot. You know, you have to have some good days to make up for stuff like that are bad days. Speaking of, there is Brendan McKay on the back, and you had Tony Rizzo there on the front of that one. Clayton Kershaw, career stats for the Dodgers. Starlin Castro. I always want to say the old team, and it throws me for a minute when I see something else on there. That's numbered to 99 for Chicago Cubbies. American Pride once again to 349. Seems like we have more of those tonight than we do some nights. I might be just imagining that, but it seems like there are more of them than we had in the past anyway. Well, right. You're saying it's the same thing. Eloy's overshadowed by Vlad Guerrero Jr., but listen, to your point there, you say this too, but yeah, everybody's overshadowed by Vlad Guerrero Jr. I mean, the kid, he's 19 years old, and he just, I mean, he looks to be amazing. They just got to get him up, which, I mean, they wouldn't have had him up for opening day anyway. We all know that. They were going to hold him down to manipulate his service time regardless, but since he did strain that oblique, we know he's at least out for 3 weeks with that, and that just happened a few days ago, so not making opening day anyway. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter that he's 19 years old. He plays like a grown man. Gotta be good, good, good. He could have come up last year, I think. Of course, there's how many times have we all sat and said something like that, and then a rookie comes up and they really struggle for a few months to get their footing before they finally get settled in. So it could be the same thing with him, but I don't really expect it to be. I mean, I kind of expect him to just come in and be blazing hot. I think he's going to be. That's Mike Trout to $9.99 for the Angels. And I'll freely admit, I am looking most forward to watching him this year. And Toronto Blue Jays, that is numbered to 42. With Rowdy, with his given name, Ryan Tellez. That's again the salute to Jackie Robinson. least I would assume that's Rowdy's given name because it says Ryan on there. So one would make that assumption. Well, you're not wrong about that. He is heavy. You're saying it nicely. He needs to get on a nutrition plan. And I would agree with you. Kid is a little heavy to be there on the hot corner, but we'll see. They'll get him in shape, I would imagine. Moncada with a press proof. That thing should be numbered. Is it numbered on the back? No? Oh, there it is. Like, I know that should be low numbered. It's to 5 for the White Sox Moncada press proof. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he'll, they were going to hold him back. He wasn't coming up right away anyway because of service time. They were going to hold him, but then just the strain to the oblique just gave them a reason to hold him where nobody can really kind of scream and yell like, hey, you're not being fair to the kid. At least now they can say, well, but he had this. I mean, they're still, you know the deal. We all know the drill. That is career stats for Colorado Rockies with Marquez. Rhys Hoskins and the Phillies. Hey, Phillies to 25. Is that one Jay Allen had tonight? Or did he have the Pirates? He had the Phillies the other night, but I don't know if he has them again tonight or not. But if he did, that will make him happy. He likes Rhys Hoskins. Chris Sale. That's why do they take these guys and put them in their old teams and make the relics from their old teams? I don't know. But they do. You're going to call him Panda Jr. Oh, gosh, he's not that big. He's not that big. But, yeah, he could definitely stand to be a little more fit, I will grant you. But listen, it hadn't slowed him down up to this point, and he'll get it sorted. On the front, we have Francisco Lindor, and on the back is Fernando Tatis Jr. A nickname card, that is for Mike Trout and the Angels. It's numbered to 349. 150th anniversary Rhys Hoskins, which is numbered to, of course, 150 for the Phillies. Eric Hosmer season stats for the Padres. I'm in the habit of saying career stats, but they throw in a season stats here and there just to keep us on our toes, I suppose. Oh, hang on now. Stuck there on the back. Yeah, I think they said 3 weeks is what I had heard about the oblique. And it just happened a few days ago, so he's still got most of that 3 weeks left to cool his heels. Oh, that's mean, man. Oh, that's harsh on the kid now. Poor guy. He can't help it. He likes his McDonald's or whatever he's eating. Elite Series to 149, Javi Baez. Seems like we've had a lot of Javi Baez inserts. Maybe we haven't, but it feels like we have. A Walker Buehler. Career stats. Dodgers. Kansas City Royals, Whit Merrifield. Closing in on it, closing in on it. We're going to have one box left after this. Oh, man, I need to sneeze. Oh, I'm trying not to. Oh, that's the worst. You know how when you need to sneeze, but then you're trying not to sneeze, and so it just kind of backs up in your head. Instead of sneezing out, it just like explodes somewhere inside your head. Oh, yeah, that's what just happened. That is not cool. Man. All right, so you know what time it is now. It is last box mojo time. We've already had some nice things come out, but we're going to hope here that out of this very last box that we have some even nicer things. That's the whole point behind last box mojo. Collectively work it, hope for the fire, see what we get. Some even nicer. And somehow or another I managed to hit a button. And all of a sudden I'm echoing. Why'd you say you're jinxing yourself? No, you're not jinxing yourself. He says just do it away from the cards if I sneeze. Listen, I always do. If I have to sneeze or cough or something while I'm doing a break, I always do it into my shoulder. Well, 99% of the time it's in my shoulder. 1% of the time it might be in like my crook of my arm, like in the elbow area. But oh no, I never sneeze or cough on my hands if I'm in a break. Actually, even if I'm not in a break, I really don't, because you're just not supposed to, right? I mean, you're supposed to kind of cough into your elbow, basically. From a germ perspective, keeping it from flying around everywhere. 150th anniversary Mariners. Ooh, here comes the storm. I hear some seriously hard rain out there. To $9.99, that was a highlights. Haven't heard any thunder yet or seen lightning, so that's good. Oh, yeah. It's really coming, but we're going to get done here in a second, so I think we're going to be fine. It's to 49, Josh James. Father's Day, Astros. You said, oh, you're giving me you're blessing me when I sneeze, and you want me to bless you with a Vlad auto. We'll try. Javi Baez to 99. I told you he's coming out a lot tonight for the Cubbies. I mean, mostly it's been in parallels, not as much out of autographs or relics, but still, we've said the name Javi Baez a bunch tonight. Javier is definitely well represented this evening. To 150, that is a Diamond Kings anniversary insert for Jose Berrios and the Twins. All right, what else we got? What else? Clint Frazier and the Yankees. Huh. Well, how about that? Hopefully he'll actually be on the field maybe some this year. As long as nobody knocks him in the head. One would hope. So after we finished opening and looking through the cards from this final box, after we do that, we will flip over the redemption and find out who is on the other side of it. After we see who's on the other side of the redemption, we'll go to the Panini website and find out, we'll verify the team, find out what, if anything, that card is numbered to. Then we'll give away, we'll use random.org to award the cards that have two different teams on them. They have a team on the front and a team on the back. It's a veteran player on the front and either a prospect or a rookie on the back. And we'll use random basically to decide whether it goes to the team on the front of the card or the team on the back of the card. Then we'll take our little stack of Team USA American Pride cards and give that entire stack out to one particular team. We can use random.org to determine who that one particular team is. Then after all of that, which sounds like it'll take a while, but really it won't, we'll recap. So that's what's coming up here in the moments ahead. So you have Corey Seager on the front, Brendan Rodgers on the back. Toronto Blue Jays, that is a little stats line there, career stats. An American Pride out once again to 149, I believe that one said. Max Muncy, I like him for the Dodgers stats. American Pride again, that one to 9.99. Stats for the Orioles to I think that's at 139. All right. Tommy Pham, Cardinals, relic. Jesus Aguilar, stats. Dominators, JD Martinez to 9.99. Red Sox. CIA's Red Sox there. Okay, so that's everything that we had live. Let me get, let's get things ready over here for what's coming up ahead. All the little things that we need to do. And I tell you what, I'm going to get... I'm going to put all these Team USAs in a bag so that I can keep them together. We'll flip through them right here for a second for anyone who wants another look at them. This entire group of USA Baseball American Pride inserts is what will be awarded to one team using random.org here momentarily, but for now they're safely put together in something that I can write on. That's the key to that, something I can write on, so I don't have to go back and look it all up later. All right, so our redemption, it is, oh, that's the new guy for the Mariners. You know I can't say his name. Retro 1985 rated rookie signature. At least I'm pretty sure he's a Mariner, but let's go look him up. Let's make sure that I am talking about the right guy, because sometimes I'm not talking about the right guy. I've got one guy in my head and it'll actually be another guy. But that's why we go to the checklist, because sometimes, you know, sometimes I might mess up and get one wrong. So let's make sure that I didn't. So our card set is Retro 1985 rated rookie signatures. So let's get down here. It's going to be numbered to 250. And of course, you know what? I forgot. It's not going to tell me the team because it's Panini. I always forget that. And they don't have the licensing for that. So, hold on for one moment, please, while I just double check my team designation. Make sure I didn't give you bad info there. Kikuchi. Also got to make sure I spell it right. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a Mariner, but I'm just double checking. Yes, he is. All right. We were right the first time, but now we know for sure. And being that that's numbered to 250 and all, I think that's going to end up being a pretty good little hit for the Mariners. Now, let's deal with these fine fellows. I put the first one in the sleeve because I'm going to mark on it shortly. So we have one team on the front, one team on the back. You can tell it's the back because it has the Panini logo, etc. So I'm going to write in random here. I'm going to take you with me, but we're going to go to random. And I'm going to type in front and back. Okay? That's simple. And because I have fewer than 10 items in my list, I'm going to do random 3 different times. The first 2 times don't count. It's only the third random that makes the determination, okay? So you can ignore the first one here, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There's 3 times, our date and time stamp. It goes to the back. So the team on the back of each of these cards. So the prospect / rookie position on each of these, and we'll take a quick look through them so that you will know. It's just demonstrating it's on the sleeve, not the card, so that you'll know if it's coming to you or not. So Brendan Rodgers, the Rockies, Fernando Tatis for the Padres, Brendan McKay for the Rays, Brent Honeywell for the Rays, Tatis again for the Padres, Honeywell again for the Rays, Kirilloff for the Twins, Royce Lewis for the Twins, and A.J. Puck for the A's. So that is how those are awarded. Now, our little stack of American Pride. There's a lot in this particular break. I think there's more in there than we normally have. But that's okay. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, gives us something extra to work with. So here's how this works. This time, of course, I have 10 or more items in our list because we've got 30 teams. So after we copy them, we're going to go back over here to random. I'll drop them in as a paste. We'll scroll through them so you can see that all 30 teams are actually in here. And I will hit random 1 single time. Whoever ends up in the number 1 position after we randomize is going to get that stack of cards. So there's your opportunity to see that all the teams were copied and pasted. Good luck, everyone. There we go. Comes up for the Kansas City Royals. Little KC taking home this stack of Team USA cards. Headed to the Kansas City Royals. All right. Now then, now we are ready to recap. How about that? Oh, you said you've seen that autograph sell for up to $150. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice, nice. I did not realize that would go that high. I would have thought probably $75 or $100 card. If it's going for $150, so much the better. So a redemption for the Mariners that Panini's website tells us will be numbered to 250. Then we have a Baltimore relic, a Yankees relic, a signature here for the Toronto Blue Jays with Rowdy, a relic for the Royals, relic for the A's, the San Diego Chicken headed to the Padres. That is numbered to 13, and as best I can tell, that is actually the original, 1983 card. I mean, it's miscutting the whole deal, but anyway, it's cool. You got San Diego Padres. The Rockies have a relic. White Sox have a relic. We had a 1-of-1 printing plate for Whit Merrifield and the Kansas City Royals. Vlad Guerrero relic for the Blue Jays, which honestly I had kind of forgot we even hit. It's numbered to 99. Isn't that awful? I kind of forgot we hit the relic. I did, though. The Brewers with Yelich, the Braves with Austin Riley, Ozuna for the Marlins, a signature for Anthony Banda and the Tampa Bay Rays. There's Rhys Hoskins, numbered to 25 for the Phillies. Starlin Castro to 99. That is numbered to 10 for a little Kyle Wright. Joey Votto relic to 99. The Red Sox and Mookie Betts. This handsome card is numbered to 5. How you like that, St. Louis Cardinals? Patrick Wisdom to 5. Like it? I bet you do. Clint Frazier, Yankees. Garrett Cole, Pirates. Victor Robles has a relic for the Nats. St. Louis Cardinals have another relic. A Clint Frazier autograph for the Yankees. Cubbies to 99. Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox with Chris Sale. And we'll take a quick little peek at some of our lower numbered stuff that isn't autograph or relic. We're not going to go through all of them because there's like so many that are numbered, but we're looking at some of the lower ones. So the Father's Day are to 49. That one's headed to the Astros. This nice press proof here happens to be numbered to 5, and that is for the White Sox with Moncada. Salute to Jackie Robinson, Toronto Blue Jays to 42. A Kyle Tucker Mother's Day to 25. Nice little hit for the Astros. To 49, Mejia and the Padres, Father's Day. Freddie Freeman and the Braves to 42. Salute to Jackie Robinson. Eddie Rosario, Twins, Father's Day to 49. Javi Baez, Whammy, Cubbies. Mother's Day to 25 for the Miami Marlins. A salute to Jackie Robinson for the Tampa Bay Rays. A Mother's Day for the Miami Marlins with JT Realmuto. And why is this sitting over there? Oh, because it's numbered to 28. That's why. Candelaro for the Tigers with one of our stats parallels, low numbered. Okay, kids. So that is the break tonight. That is the recap for tonight. But I'm going to put up spreadsheet info one more time. If anybody missed it, you're going to get a chance right now to look at shipping information, or anticipated shipping information, I should say, as well as the breaks that we have scheduled coming up here in the nights ahead. So once again, the free shipping stuff that we broke at the start of the night means it will go out to you no later than Thursday a week from today. Most likely it will go sooner. The free shipping stuff typically does, but I always say no later than a week after the fact. A paid shipping break tonight, of course, is Donruss. Projecting it for Monday. If my week goes super well, a slight possibility it could get out on Saturday. If something goes way wrong, always a possibility it could slide to Tuesday, but Monday's my best estimate. No need to worry about consolation cards in Donruss Baseball, but if you were in one of the free shipping breaks, your consolation cards normally are going to be held on to until your next package ships, just because it is a free shipping break. But if you don't want to wait, it's not a problem. Just send me a message, let me know. We'll hook you up. Our breaks that are coming up here in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, Leaf Autograph Multi-Sport Jersey, spots sold by the first letter of the last name, all listed in the football category. National Treasures football comes out tomorrow. So excited. We're going to open a case of that as well, and we'll do a third case of Leaf Valiant baseball. On Saturday, a third case of encased football and a fourth case of select basketball. Selection Sunday, I'm taking off. Monday, Valiant baseball case number 4, National Treasures football case number 2. Tuesday, we're going to do a little more Heritage baseball, half case break number 4. So that is what you need to know about the days ahead. Now, let me catch up on chat because I see a bunch of stuff typed in here. So you said, you got drunk a night ago, accidentally bid on a half case for Seattle. You meant to bid on the Tampa Bay Rays, and then you hit that redemption. Hey, that worked out really well then, didn't it? Maybe drinking and bidding is not such a bad thing. His base rookie is a short print insert. I did know his base rookie was an insert, and it does show up a couple times, usually here and there. I don't know if we saw it tonight, but out of the first case, I think I had it a handful of times anyway. And the second half of this case, I am not 100% sure when I will get that scheduled, because we're up through, what, Tuesday of next week already listed. Wednesday's a new release day, so we'll definitely break the new release stuff on Wednesday, and we'll probably break the new release stuff on Friday. I would say either this time next week, either Thursday or so of next week, or Saturday of next week. Not upcoming Saturday, but week from Saturday. Probably one of those two is where the back half of this will work in. Because, you know, we're trying to break all the new stuff, plus working in this and working in Heritage, and both of those are really base heavy breaks that take a while to break and to sort and to ship, and you know the drill. So we can't do them quite as often as I might prefer when they have so many cards in them. But that's kind of where we're looking. You said in your case drinking and bidding worked out, but you don't recommend it. Yeah, I feel you on that. You might not end up in a good position every time. So yeah, I do feel your pain on that one. All right, thanks everyone for joining me tonight. I appreciate you being here. I hope I will see you again tomorrow night, or if not, then sometime soon. We break most nights, and I'm always happy to have you come hang out with me. So, all right, guys, take care. We'll catch you next time, and gals, bye now.